Welcome to the Summer School Vision Board Masterclass, where we help you to create a clear vision of the future that you're wanting to have in your life, your vision of what your life could be. I love vision boarding, and I learned how to vision board about 16 years ago, and since then it has been incredible to experience the abundance that comes when you put intention and focus into your vision board. Now, did you know that the second Friday of January is actually called Quitters Friday? And that is because in 2019, an amazing app called Strava, if you love to bike, you know this app, took 800 million users and looked at their activity and noticed that when January started and they set goals, they were logging in, but by 2 Fridays into January, they were quitting. So they dubbed the second Friday of every January Quitters Friday. Now, this isn't just for January. As I've coached thousands of people to help grow their businesses over the years, I've noticed when they join one of my programs, the first week they're excited. The second week they're overwhelmed. The third week they quit because it's like too much. And part of that has to do with getting your mind set right, which is one reason why I love teaching vision boards. You have to give your mind the thing to focus in on, the intention, what you're wanting to do, so that you can take control of your mind instead of getting stuck back in the rut that you're always in. This is where your true action changes and you create a brand new normal. So if you want to create a new normal, you have to understand a few things. The first one is that we have different senses that help us to achieve our goals. So the first one is seeing. Being able to see it, to see that future, to map it out. A lot of times we have these great ideas, but we don't see the path. Have you ever said that? Like, ooh, okay, this is a great idea, but I don't see it quite yet. That's because our brain is saying, like, what's the plan? How do we map this out? Or being able to actually say it out loud and actually express the goals that you're wanting to have. Sometimes it's easy to write it down, but then when we go to say it, we get butterflies in our stomach. We don't want to tell anybody because we're so nervous about saying this out loud and committing to it. We have to get to a point where we can not only think it, we also know we can see it, we can say it, and we're hearing it. This is a huge one. As I've coached thousands of people, I can give them my recipe, my plan, but sometimes I've noticed it will take 10 or 12 times to say it in order for them to soak it in and actually hear it. And then finally, the last one is feeling it. So many times our goals are feeling based and we feel it strongly, but we have no idea how to map it out. We don't know how to think it, say it, hear it, any of that. We just feel that there's something that we want to do. If you are in this camp of any of these where you're yeah, I can think it, but I can't feel it. I can think it, but I can't see it. A vision board is exactly what you need. Vision boards work because they harness the power of focus, emotion, and intention together instead of just having a little bit of focus. Perfect example would be somebody who is wanting to grow a social media influence, they want to grow their channel. And so they walk through the motions of it, but they are having a hard time feeling the excitement behind it or seeing how it's going to grow. And so they don't take the right type of action to make it successful. We have to think it, see it, say it, hear it, and feel it. So we have this thing in our brains called the reticular activating system. It's like a bundle of nerves at the back of our brain. And what happens is we bring all these data points in through hearing, through speaking, through seeing, thinking, feeling. All of these data points come in. There's millions, billions of them. If we did not have a reticular activating system, we would struggle. We would not know how to organize what we're supposed to do. But the reticular activating system takes into account the things that we focus on. And that's the priority that it gives our brain to take action. Perfect example would be, let's say you are wanting to buy a red car. and you're not sure which one, but you start thinking, okay, I'm going to get a red car. And as soon as you start focusing in on that and you kind of set that intention, suddenly there's like red cars everywhere. You start noticing these red cars that maybe you didn't notice before as much, but now that you've set that intention and you're focusing in on it, your brain is like, hey, there's one, there's one. And so this is what happens with our goals when we create a vision board. And we're giving our reticular activating system something to focus in on. We begin finding the positive things, the people we need to be connected with, the programs that we got to align with, like all the things that can help us get to that goal. Now, part of this is actually creating new neural pathways. Our brain has what's called neuroplasticity, where we can actually create new pathways, which means we can create new habits. And a lot of times, creating that life of our dreams requires that we create brand new habits. And that is done through vision boards. Now, Napoleon Hill, who is one of the greatest mindset coaches of all time, said man alone has the power to transform his thoughts into physical reality. Man alone can dream and make his dreams come true. So in this class, my hope is that you begin to see the power of like putting intention behind seeing it, saying it, feeling it, hearing it, and thinking it. I was like, there's one more. I know there is. The importance of paying attention to your desires and treating them seriously cannot be understated. So often we kind of put our desires on the back burner. We say we're going to come back to them, and then we wake up one day and we're like, oh, I really want to do that. So we'll put a little intention in. 2 weeks later, we typically quit. When you create a vision board and you have a vision of what you're going to do, and you put that up and you look at it every single day, your brain goes to work. It's so powerful. Vision boards move you towards the most important growth in the areas of your life that you're wanting to focus in on. And so you can see this is a powerful tool. So how do we get started with vision boards? The first one is to get clear on your biggest goals. And I like to organize this in 9 sections. And I actually go through each section in our Vision Board Accelerator program that I will drop a link to below this video. If you are wanting to do a deep dive on vision boards, this is the perfect program for you, because not only does it walk you through 9 different sections that you can focus on in your life so that you have balance on your goals, but it also gives you meditations, manifesting, and affirmation tips. It gives you ChatGPT prompts that help you to create the story around your vision board so that you can truly not just create a vision board, but create a vision board that will help to accelerate your growth significantly. If you're struggling with mindset in any way, shape, or form, you definitely want to dive into this. So then we gather the information for our vision boards. This is an important part because we have to gather visuals that our minds can see exactly what it is that we're trying to create. And then you want to put your vision board together. Now, some people will do this in a collage. Other people like to organize it. I like to use a 9-quadrant organizing method. And the reason why I like to do this is because I used to do like random collages and my brain felt a little chaotic. And we want to organize our brains. A confused mind does not take action. So for me, I love having the 9 quadrants so that we can truly like organize what it is I'm trying to achieve. Visualization is daydreaming with a purpose. So when you are spending that time looking at your vision board morning and night, minimum like 1 to 2 minutes morning and night, especially right before you go to bed, it's so powerful because then your mind is thinking about it while you're sleeping. A lot of times we'll daydream, but when you put that intention into the visualization of it and you're giving it like not only having a vision, but you're thinking it through and you're adding declarations to it and you're thinking about and feeling the emotion of it, it's going to become that much more powerful. So you want to look at it daily. You want to notice as you make progress towards your dreams. One of my favorite things to do is I have a vision board binder. And when I complete it, I like to put a date on the date that I actually completed that in and move that to the back. And then I add something new in there and make sure you celebrate your success. I look back on when my husband and I found vision boarding, at first I was like, I don't know if I believe in this, but we jumped in, we tried it, and I can think of so many amazing things that have happened because I took the time to set the intention, focus in on it, and then achieve that goal. Remember, energy flows where intention goes, and that's exactly why vision boards work wonders. So my hope is that you jump on this vision board bandwagon. You create a vision board of your dreams. You get it all set, and every day you wake up before you do anything and before you go to bed, and you give it focus. Focus on your goals, your dreams, your vision of the future. You deserve that. Put these goals as your top priority so you can create the life of your dreams. And if you are interested in getting into the Vision Board Accelerator, you can click the link below where you're going to get, there's over like 40 lessons that will walk you through step by step how to truly put an accelerant on your vision board with so many great resources. I know you'll absolutely love it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful year creating the life of your dreams.